So, we've been talking about ways to enhance our generative potential, our creative potential. I want to discuss a few ways that work for me. One is meditation and contemplation. This is indispensable. It's almost like bathing. Okay, you wouldn't walk around for days and days and days without showering. Well, your mind is an instrument that needs to be bathed in the silence of inner contemplation, and without that, it becomes full of cobwebs and hackneyed and staid and stagnant notions of self and other and society, prejudices. But if you want to try to get outside of the rubric of your own rigidity, then you can do so by bathing in the light of consciousness itself, pure consciousness, not trying to figure things out, although that is part of contemplation, but allowing them to fall apart in your own mind for a moment, just so that by putting them back together again, you may add another piece. And oh, I see how this can extend to that. And oh, we can make a bridge. And instead of trying to go straight up with the Tower of Babel that is your mind, you could maybe buttress your awareness with some other ideas or some new inspiration. Okay, that's one thing. Contact with nature is another. Now, I know for a fact that even the most dyed-in-the-wool corporate soldiers like to take vacations. Now, why do they? Because sitting on the beach and listening to the waves is soothing. Because going up to your cabin in the woods and doing nothing but putting your feet up on the deck is indeed religious, if not more than that. So I want to suggest radical contact with nature. I want to suggest giving up your cell phone for a month. Watch what happens when you're not staring at screens. Watch what happens when you learn to make all your own meals rather than going out to eat, or what about growing your own food? You know, this morning, and almost every morning, I get up and water my plants. And I realize that even though some of them are struggling, they're still going through their life cycle, and they're still getting ready to produce either seeds or fruit. And I actually have empathy for my plants. I feel for them. I see their struggles. I say, oh, you're having a little bit of a hard time, aren't you? Let's help you out. And then after 2-3 weeks of weeding around them, oh, they come back with tremendous vigor. Now, somebody once said to me, farming and harvesting of plants is violent. Killing plants is violent. No, I'm going to explain to you how that's not true. If you pull a few ears off of a stalk of corn towards the end of its life cycle, how can that be considered violent? Especially if you save some of those seeds and you plant those genetics again and again and again. Actually, you're participating in an ancient order of regenerative power. And the ancestors smile when we do this, because they too worshipped their own ancestors' link to the genetic potential of the living kingdoms. So where we go with that is, the more we can directly perceive our connection to the regenerative powers in nature and within ourselves, the more we gain perspective on our own lives and the lives of others. And I actually see every human being on the earth as part of my garden. If somebody's suffering even from grave delusions, I can't be mad at them. I can't be, oh, you're an awful person, I don't want to have anything to do with you, and if I see you on the street, I'm going to call you names. No, that's not what I feel. I feel I need to help weed around that plant so that it actually has a chance to grow into its fullness. See, I'm a farmer not merely of the land, now that I have learned what nature is trying to do all the time. I'm a farmer of the social spheres of humankind. I call this social permaculture. And perhaps that's the title of this video, now that we've stumbled across that term. We are enriching, value-creating instruments of nature. As long as we do not strive to divide and conquer like our despised rulers have done to us since time immemorial, why would we want to engage in the same kind of prejudicial treatment of all fellow beings if we don't like it being done to us? That's the golden rule. So I encourage you all to grow a garden and to be in touch with nature. Walk barefoot in the forest. Doesn't matter if you get a splinter, it doesn't matter if it hurts at first, because all that is part of the communion we are striving for. We're striving to remember what it was like as children to play in the dirt, to actually have dirt under your fingernails every day, because it has been found that the microbes that live, the innumerable diverse microbes that live in the soil biome, actually help our entire physical and mental body to thrive. Go further and try to consume various types of fungus. The mushroom kingdom can build your immunity, can improve memory. They found that people who take lion's mane mushroom who've shown early signs of dementia and Alzheimer's are able to reverse most of their symptoms. Okay? Now, why is that? Well, because we have a symbiotic and synergistic relationship with these natural forces. And the further afield, the more divorced from those forces we are, the less vital we are in all respects. Within minutes of the end of this video, I have to go and work in the agricultural industry because that's how I uphold myself, and that's one of the ways I'm in contact with nature. But every day when I get home from laboring, I take my shoes off and I go walking in the woods under the canopy of nature, because she is my greatest inspiration and the reason that I am here to serve you today. Bless you.